No, nah. It really. I mean, seriously though, any sort of brain injury or it's scary, man. You know, you never know what's going on, what your body reacts to, and I know concussions are scary. I've only had a concussion once, and it was when that fight broke out in school, in high school.
Oh, how? Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it too because I don't remember. I remember bits and pieces.
Yeah,
like it's crazy how like it's just like images.
Yeah,
of what
it's
happened,
crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm just being home eating ramen. Like I don't, there's like nothing in between that. It's just so interesting. So it is scary. Like,
it is scary.
Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah,
right?
and I've never had that. Like I've never blacked out like from drinking or anything. I've never had that where I've had like gaps in my memory, and it is very scary.
I've also played the blackout game once. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Platicas. I'm here with my boy Christian. I know it's been a little while. You guys probably missed us.
Yes, yeah.
We miss y'all. We've missed this.
Obviously, yeah. It's been what, 3 weeks?
It's been something, dude. Yeah,
it's been a minute.
Yeah.
This is episode 25.
Episode 25. This is where the applaud comes in.
Yeah. Woo! Did you hear about the little girl that fell overboard on the Disney cruise?
Man, I just heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it today.
Yesterday.
I heard about it today.
I mean, I didn't look at any details. I just saw like, I don't know. It seemed real tragic.
I started Googling it just so I have details because I'm tired of people in the comments being like, he's so wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if I'm wrong, so is NBC, so is CNN.
WSME,
yeah, like you fucking
Wall Street
assholes.
Bets, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like, so there is like still up in the air if this part is true, if the dad like sat the girl on the railing to take a picture. But the consensus is that that's what happened.
I hope
he was sitting on the railing and he was taking a picture.
He Michael Jacksoned her.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
why would you do that?
That's what I said. I was like, the man's an idiot. But
a brave idiot, goddamn.
Brave idiot, for real. Because as soon as she fell, that man with heart dove in. Two things could be true at once. He loves his daughter and he's an idiot, you know?
A fucking idiot, yeah. Because, I mean, dude, how high? It was up there, right?
Yeah.
How high is it fucking? There's got to be like...
Cruises are high.
Exactly. Stories, right? Like,
yeah. And like, you hear about people falling off of cruises and like the odds are not in favor, man. Because like one, they get pulled over, pulled under and like chopped up in the little... propeller
and then
things.
there's animals following the cruise ship.
Sharks are notoriously follow cruises because people throw out food. So there's sharks, they get pulled under, there's waves from the boat. Like, impressive that he was able to find her and stay afloat.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like in the moment, like that rush of like, it would hit me hard. You know what I mean? Like I would probably like, knowing I'm gonna die, you know what I mean?
Jump in.
I would have to jump in.
I feel like I would as well.
You know what I mean? Like, just the idea of it is stressing me out. Because like, god damn, dude. Like,
I feel like I wouldn't even think. I'd just be like, nah, like, if we're going down together, girl.
Hey.
But also, I wouldn't put my kid on the railing. Like, that's insane.
I would, like, I would just freak out.
Yeah.
Anywhere near the railing, I'm like, get the fuck away from the railing.
I'm saying, bro, if she wants to like look at the water, all right, give me your hand.
Right.
Like, go
no,
look.
we're wearing the goddamn monkey wrist, just like backpack thing.
Yeah.
I used to be so judgmental of people that like would tie their kids that.
I get it now.
Where they have book bags with leashes or like the wrist thing. But now I'm like,
I get it.
Do what you have to do to make sure that child's safe because kids are so goddamn unpredictable.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, Emiliano, he's good with it now because we did pretty well with like growing up and just being like, dame la mano. But like, if I turn around, he's booking it. He's running straight towards danger, like every time. And I'm just like, bro, relax. Or he gets so excited, he loses side of things. He doesn't know what he's doing, you know. And they get so tunnel vision, right?
Yeah. So
I don't blame parents. Do what you have to do, especially in crowd, man. You know what I mean? Where there's 100 other kids,
you can just lose them in the crowd.
Lost.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I get it, man.
So do what you have to do, man. Keep your kids safe. A lot of respect for the dad, man. And miraculously, I think they were able to catch him. Right?
Yeah.
They were able to get him back.
Kudos to like the Disney crew who like they mobilized and like had a little lifeboat out within 20 minutes, which is so fast. Cause you got to think about somebody had to go run and be like, yo, someone fell overboard. Like they had to like get their team together. All of that within 20 minutes and like have them on the boat is insane.
And I saw a little bit of the footage, like where they were versus where the cruise ship was, like in that small span. Like, man,
Them boats book it, man.
They booked it.
Yeah.
Man, if they were any like longer, they would have lost them, dude, for real.
Yeah, man. Crazy, but
Oh,
again,
man, dude.
If the part of him like sitting around the railing, you're an idiot, man. But you know what?
Come on,
you love your
man.
kid. You know,
yeah, I can't doubt you don't love your kid, but god damn it, please don't have any more kids. No, it is. I mean, damn, dude, that is when I heard about that. So when I hear things about like that, man, it gets my heart racing. Because I think about my kids. I think of it happening to them. What would I do? And I get real lost in that. You know what I mean? And it stresses me out. But it is. I'm very glad they were able to get saved. I'm really glad. I wonder if it's like a Disney thing. Maybe is it like? Are they extra prepared for stuff like that?
Probably.
Because kids are kids, right?
No, that makes sense, right? Yeah.
Maybe they're just like, someone's bound to fall off. We gotta have something, maybe. Because I mean, it looks horrible. People would never take their kids to a cruise if they knew their kids would fall off, right? So I guess on half. It's like the craziest shit has happened in Disney worlds, right? Disneylands, and I think they've taken precautions now to try to avoid that. Like, I don't know if you heard the story of, and this one's tragic, of the family that was I think it was in Florida, and they let their little kid go to like one of the lagoons on the outer side of the park.
Did an alligator get him?
And an alligator got him.
Yeah.
And they couldn't find him.
I didn't hear the story, but I believe it.
Nah, alligator got him. Man.
There's a lot of signs all around.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to Disney World in Florida, and there's signs everywhere there's a body of water. There's like alligators.
Well, this happened like in the 90s, 80s. So
so they didn't have laws.
Why they put a lot of shit up.
It was like the Wild West back then.
But if you're in Florida, dude, I think the rule of thumb is if you see a body of water,
there's a gator, bro.
There's probably a gator in there. Like, and I can't imagine the parents, dude, like having your kid turn around. You can't even diving in. I mean, gators are so damn fast in the water.
They are so fast. They're fast on land, bro. Those things are quick.
I didn't realize how fast they were.
No, those things are quick, bro.
Julius, Google how fast they go. I'm gonna AI his voice in right now.
Yeah.
Nah, it's so that I think about that all the time, man. I'm like, nah, man, that's so tragic. Stuff like that. I just try to stay away from stuff. I don't even go out no more, man, because first of all, it's horrible. It's not fun going out with kids. Going out to eat with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old.
That is true.
It is hard, right? I mean, a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old. Let alone taking them to, tragic. And then you hear about I'm just going to keep bringing, I need to stop me because I'm going to keep bringing up stories of kids dying tragically.
No, please stop. Anyway,
at like restaurants.
You know what? Let's move on. Kudos to Disney. Great job. Yeah. That would not have happened on like a Carnival cruise. They would have been cooked.
No,
you were saying something about somebody getting married or something.
I gotta look. I gotta be honest. I didn't do a lot of research on it.
Damn it!
No, I just heard of it. I mean, it's like he basically rented out the park in Disneyland for Paris, Disney World. I don't know what it is.
I think it's Disneyland.
And they were like, they hired like hundreds of people to do like the reception, the practice, what's it called? Rehearsal dinner and all that.
Yeah.
And then they find out that the
bride,
the groom and bride,
the bride to be,
the groom is like I think he's like in his 20s, and the bride is like a 9-year-old little girl. And everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? And so they arrested him immediately. And I'm just like, did you think they were going to let this happen? Let me look it up real quick because that thing was insane. A British man has been charged in connection with organizing the mock wedding of a 9-year-old Ukrainian girl in Disney Paris.
It was a mock wedding.
39-year-old man was a convicted sexual offender who was in the UK, was arrested when police were called to the amusement park by staff who were alerted by a guest who said they had been hired by a man to play the father of a bride. He paid 12,000 euros to play the role. Bride was a child. The statement said that, what was the point of that? 100 French extras had been recruited. But I mean, where does he get the money from to do that? Is he rich? Is he like a billionaire son?
Oh. No, he can't be a billionaire son because then he wouldn't have gotten in trouble.
He wouldn't have gotten arrested.
Yeah, he would have been fine. I think he was just, average Joe Schmo sex offender.
With money. He hired a hell of people. What's a mock wedding? Just a fake wedding?
It's like a fake wedding.
For what?
I don't know. Get his rocks off, bro?
That's gross.
Wow. But you know who else had a wedding here recently?
Who could possibly have had a wedding?
Oh, Bezos, boy.
Theo Bezos.
Theo Bezos, man.
Theo Jeffrey.
Yeah, he basically like rented out all of Venice, which is nuts. Like,
that is pretty fucking insane. Yeah.
I it lends credence to the fact that, like, billionaires should not exist.
If you can rent out a whole fucking city.
Yeah, like maybe you just have too much.
I think they said they had like 90 private jets come in, right? And I'm like,
absurd.
But I'm supposed to recycle, right?
I'm saying, right? Like, yeah.
Like, fuck you, man.
Like, Jesus.
And people
Christ.
showed up. Some people showed up like trying to hide their face, I guess. Like,
I saw that. I
saw Leonardo DiCaprio's dumbass hat. You saw that? You can still see that it was him, right?
Like, dude, like...
Because the hat didn't fit past his face. But I was like... And people were protesting, right? Like, they were thinking about moving it because people were like showing up laser signs and like, protesting. And,
fucking big-ass signs and stuff.
Right,
I'm like,
right. That's crazy. Like, it's crazy that people hate you. Around the world.
Yeah, around the world.
No matter where you go.
It's because, like, dude, like, everybody's struggling right now. Like, outside of just the U.S., like, I feel like everybody is just struggling. And here comes asshole.
Right.
And it's just like, I want to have a wedding. But I'm so angry at the fact that he does this and it's just, we're supposed to be okay with it.
Right.
Like, everybody's just struggling to survive. And this man's just like, I'm going to rent a city.
Right.
Like, just takes over Venice for his fucking wedding. Like,
man,
odd. Like, Bill Burr is right, man. They should be put down in the street, man.
Bill Burr, man.
Like, how greedy do you have? First of all, there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. Like, you do not become a billionaire by being a nice person.
No, I mean, because if you paid what you're supposed to pay, if you didn't exploit
people, you wouldn't be a billionaire.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's the point. That's the argument.
So he's a piece of shit regardless. And it's like, at what point is enough enough? At what point is it just like maybe you just have too much money,
right?
But
I think there is this issue where these guys are so fucking out of touch, man.
Yeah,
like Elon Musk, like everybody they don't realize how fed up people are.
I don't think it's that they don't realize. I think they don't.
They don't care.
They don't care.
I think they've had it good for too long. Like people are.
Yes, I think they have had it too good for too long. I agree.
I think they don't fear people, man, and I guess that's why their Luigi case is so they're going so hardcore on this guy, because they want to use him as an example. But I'm like, it's only gonna make him a martyr if you do. First of all, you know what I mean.
The issue is they've done such a good job at fighting us, and they know it. Like we'll never. The French like had their revolution because the poor knew who they were. They were like, we're in this shit together.
Right.
Like we're gonna do something. Here, everybody just is just like so like, well, it doesn't affect me,
Right.
Like,
I mean, you get so caught up in like the dumbest shit, right?
Yeah.
Even like
non-issues
that don't even affect your daily life, right? Like it is frustrating. I don't know. I don't even see at this point. It's like I don't even know. I don't know what could possibly happen to change the course of what's going on, because it just seems like
I know what can happen. Whether or not people are willing to do it is a whole different story. You know,
I was just waiting.
Yeah,
I might have to cut some of this out.
I'm not gonna do it because I have a child.
Because I'm a law-abiding.
Yeah, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I have a child in fact.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling anybody else how to live their life.
Just lay on some of your incels. No, I hear ladies love Mangione.
Yeah.
That's all I heard. He gets love letters and
the Ted Lasso meme was like, "Live your life, do you?" Like we can't condone that. Like you go out and live.
Right.
I've spent the last however long this hiatus has been recovering.
Yeah.
You know, and some people out here that like watch us might know. I almost died, so that was cool.
That's crazy, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to share what happened, or you just want to leave it at that?
I could give no. Mystery, bro. Yeah,
but anyways, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Anyway, if you want to find out how I almost died, get on our Patreon.
You gotta get on the Patreon. Right.
Well,
that's unedited footage.
Yeah, exactly.
We have actual clips.
I wish I can tell you in great detail what happened, but a lot of it I don't.
You don't remember?
Yeah, like so. What I do remember is I was at a friend's house, walking down the stairs, restroom, and I just like blacked out, and like I feel like I hit my head at the base of the stairs against the wall, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I know the friend's house, and I know their bathroom is like steep staircases.
Yeah.
Damn near 90 degree staircase, dude. I can't imagine.
So yeah, and I remember getting up and then being like, okay, I'm I have to use the bathroom. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I believe I finished using the bathroom.
I hope so.
Yeah. But next thing I remember is like kind of blacking out again. And then I wake up like on the bathroom floor. I call Adi. I remember like grabbing my phone, calling Adi. Hey, I don't feel good. We have to go.
Yeah.
And he is like, where are you? And I never responded.
Yeah.
So she's like frantically looking for me.
Through the house.
Yeah. And she finds me. She finds me in the bathroom and she like opened the door. And I don't know what it was, man. Like I couldn't get up.
Yeah.
Like I felt like my brain was off. And I remember like trying to reach for the doorknob to unlock it and eventually like finally get. I remember in my head thinking like, thank God I got it.
Right.
And a lot after that I don't remember. So I'm filling in the blanks with what Adi told me after the fact. She said that I was very much like, we need to go. I don't feel good. Yeah. We have to go home. He was like, I don't think you should get up. And me being stubborn, even in my in whatever state I was in, was like, no, I'm getting up.
Yeah.
I walk up the stairs and face plant.
Oh.
And I don't remember. Next thing I remember is wake up in the hospital.
Yeah.
So apparently what happened after the fact, after I fell, she started freaking out.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I mean,
Nati started. I'm pretty sure I traumatized her.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they called an ambulance. Apparently the paramedic was being an asshole. He was like he walked in and it's just like, what's wrong? Like, and she's like, I don't know. Like he's not like responding. Like he's just like, all right, man, get up. Like he's Jesus. And I'm just like Lazarus. Like, oh shit. Like, oh, thanks, bro. You're like,
why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, I know. Like I could have just gotten up this entire time. Just being a complete asshole. And then Adi was like, I'm pretty sure he walked in, saw like nothing but Hispanics. And all right, this is some fucking crazy shit.
Somebody got to fight or something. Someone's drunk. He's clearly just drunk.
Yeah. But yeah, I eventually got to the hospital. They did like drug like panels. Like they checked like I don't have a concussion. Well, not a concussion.
I'm pretty sure you had a concussion.
110%.
Yeah.
But like make sure I didn't have like
any shattered bones.
Because keep in mind when I X-ray, MRI. Because every time I fell in the bathroom, I hit my head against. Like, right. So I was just fucked up.
Yeah, I can believe. Damn, dude.
Yeah, man. And so at the end of this all, like everything came back negative. There's like nothing in my system. They're like, maybe he was dehydrated. We don't know.
We don't know. Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice day. Bill's in the mail.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, man. And dude, the next day, like, so my lip was like, it's still kind of like swollen underneath, but lip was swollen, my eye was swollen. I still have like the scar under my eye here. I look like I got in a fight with Rocky and lost, bro. So like, you know, everybody who saw him, and I had a black eye. Everybody, it looked like I got into a fight.
Yeah, they're like, if I look back, you should look what she looks like. I mean,
I made that joke one time. I was like, you should see the other guy. And Adi immediately, the stairs? Like, come on, man. Like, geez. So yeah, like, I got my ass handed to me by a staircase. So
yeah, I mean, when you told me you got fucked up, and I was like immediately thinking like, not the moneymaker, bro, not the face, not the eye candy, dude. We need this.
That's the selling point right there. Yeah.
No, nah. It really. I mean, seriously though, any sort of brain injury or it's scary, man. You know, you never know what's going on, what your body reacts to, and I know concussions are scary. I've only had a concussion once, and it was when that fight broke out in school, in high school.
Oh, how? Yeah. I heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it too, because I don't remember. I remember bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how, like, it's just like images of what happened.
Crazy,
right?
yeah.
And then I'm just being home eating ramen. Like, there's like nothing in between that. It's just so interesting. So it is scary. Like,
it is scary.
Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Right?
And I've never had that. Like, I've never blacked out like from drinking or anything. I've never had that where I've had like gaps in my memory, and it is very scary.
Oh, I've also played the blackout game once. All right.
What the fuck is the blackout game?
You know, where you hold your breath and then they choke you out and then you pass out. I grew up in a very urban Georgia.
That sounds like a very white Georgia. That's something they play in like private school.
You literally do that. There's multiple. I'm not going to tell you how to play the game. Don't play the game, guys, because people have died.
I mean, I would imagine
they stop breathing.
so. Yeah,
they stop breathing.
Yeah,
this game is old. I mean, I don't even call it a game. It's like you're accidentally killing your friend.
Yeah.
But you basically you cut off oxygen from your brain and then you pass out, right? And then they wake you up. And you wake up like
Like
in
what
a
the fuck
rush.
happened? Yeah.
With a rush, like, whoa, what the fuck? And the person that did it to me was like half my size. He was like 5 foot, 120 pounds. I don't know why I thought, yeah, if I collapse, I'm sure he could carry me.
Jesus, man. Yeah.
Bro, just let me drop. He's like, bro, I couldn't do it.
Hit him with the trust fall. And he was like, hell nah, bro.
I don't trust you, bro. I don't even, so. But those are the only two situations where it is like, where am I?
Yeah.
What the heck is going on? It's scary.
It's a scary feeling. And, you know, waking up in a hospital bed, I'm like, Jesus Christ. And like, you know, thank God I'm okay. Obviously, like everything came back fine. But it was, I felt bad because from what I was told, like when.
Feeling the vibes.
Like, I mean. Goddamn, I'm having a moment. Jesus Christ. Yeah, when like Nati saw me, like I was in a pool of my own blood.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing.
No, of course, man. I don't know. I mean, I hope she understands, you know, that.
Yeah, nah.
You know, because I mean, it is tough and it's scary. You want to protect your kids from everything, you know, and obviously, I mean, but you don't know. This could have happened. You have stairs. You know, this could have happened to here, dude.
It is
you
true.
Know what I mean, like,
and as a parent, you never want to. I don't know.
You got you thinking.
It does because I don't want her to especially so young, like scary, and I know it affected her, but I'm grateful to be here. You know?
Right. No, I mean, I'm glad
you're okay.
When you were telling me what's happening or what happened, and I was like, damn, dude, I didn't realize how. Because, like I said, man, anything in the brain, anything in the head, you know what I mean? And then when you showed me some pictures, I was like, this was a week later, and I was like, what this is a week later?
I'm saying, like, I looked like I got beat up, man.
What, the day of, you know what I mean?
But it is funny because, well, it's not funny. Not funny how. You know, we were supposed to go to Mexico, I think that. And obviously we pushed it back because they weren't gonna let me back over the border.
No.
And right after that, there was like a army in Mexico.
Oh shit!
So Adi was like, Adi's like religious, like me, and she's like, see, like God works in mysterious ways, like, and I was like, I feel like he could have done it easier, like told me in an easier way.
Think he had to fuck me up.
Yeah, he didn't have to push me down some stairs, bro. Like,
he didn't have to almost kill me. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
He could have just like, you know, canceled our flight.
Maybe a flat tire. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, message received, bro. But like, geez, you know, tone it down.
Right,
a little dramatic there, bro.
Yeah, he went full Final Destination on you,
saying,
bro.
Yeah. He was just like, look what I can do.
Yeah.
But if you want to take that as like, you know, God looking out.
At least, I mean, it's always nice to at least look at the bright side, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least I didn't, you know, because you never know, right?
Exactly.
Tsunamis.
Yeah.
Mexico, and, you know.
I mean, I'm here. I'm here. So that's all that matters. Here to keep chugging along and then paying into capitalism.
Keep the cog of the machine moving.
Yeah. Gotta maximize that shareholder wealth.
Hey, man.
But enough about me and my near-death experience.
Yeah.
How was your time off?
It was great, man. I broke out. I mean, it's like basically that same weekend.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, I don't think we can record, bro, because I look like goddamn Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like my face was swollen up because I get this skin rash all over my body once a year, and then like once every other year, it's really bad. And says he's like, we gotta go to the urgent care, and I'm like, I will be. I mean, I get this all the time, but then like, it is annoying. I mean, basically, I was just drinking Benadryl all weekend. And like putting fucking steroid cream on me. And then she's like, no, we gotta go. And then I do a FaceTime with the lady. She's like, yeah, there's no point in going. Like, just drink Benadryl and take this steroid cream. And I'm like, gee.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything more than that.
What else could you do? What are they gonna do? Like, what could they do, right? Put me in another fucking, pull my skin off.
Yeah.
Give me a new, graft me some skin, please. And I kept telling her, dude, says she's like so scared. Anything, she's just like, and I have to be that
voice of
financial reason of like, we don't need to go to the emergency. Just call the doctor.
This can kill you only if I die.
No. right. And if I die, we get insurance. We'll be all right.
That's true.
But I'm always like, there's a limit though, because there's like, if I see that it's like, could possibly escalate to something real serious. I'm like, all right, just go. Because if someone dies, you're gonna blame me. Fuck that. Just take him, right? Like Emiliano when he busted his forehead, and I was like, it's probably not that bad. It just looks bad because there's a lot of blood, right? And then I look at it, and then he had like a big ass gash, and I was like, all right, no, let's go to emergency. He needed like 5 stitches. And I was like, ooh, because even at that age, I think it was like 2. He like jumped on a frisbee and the frisbee slipped and then he hit the corner of the window. Ooh. And I was like, oh my God.
Real question is, did he cry?
He was crying for a little bit, but like as we got there, we were in the waiting room for like 10 hours. So
he was chilling.
He fell asleep.
Yeah.
Even when they put the stitches on him, like he was kind of like whatever. He was like, I'm ready to go, dude.
Emiliano built different, bro. That man is built
He's
different.
Something. I don't know what.
I've seen him like headbutt some other kid and then just be like, anyway, like it's nuts. That man.
That man is wild, dude.
He's strong.
Yeah. So I know when to call it. I'll just say that. Yeah. Most of the time, I'm like, just call the nurse. Or because they have nurses on 24/7. Even like, especially during COVID, like you weren't even allowed to go because they're like, your child has a fever, you're gonna bring him and give him COVID. There's no point. And kids, I don't know if you know this, but they can get very hot. Like Emiliano hit like 105.
Damn.
And I called the nurse and she's like, that's okay. Just give him the medication, pull him down. And I'm like, lady, he's getting really hot. They're like, no. The kids can run hot, right? I'm like, as long as he doesn't hit, I forgot what. But you need to see if he's reacting to the medication. If he starts reacting, as in like his temperature starts to drop, then just tough it out. You just have to tough it out. You can't do anything. Like we're not gonna do anything for him here besides give him more medication. Yeah. And that was a very scary moment, man, because we were like, "Fuck, man." I mean, she's telling us not to go. I mean, and luckily, like half an hour later, he started to cool down. But when kids get fevers, bro, I don't know if you did this, but Emiliano would get the shivers. Like he started to shake.
I don't think she's ever started to shake.
And
I don't think so.
I was like, "Is this normal?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's normal." And I'm like, he's having
sounds
a
crazy.
seizure.
Yeah.
And it was so scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm always skeptical of doctors now, especially kids doctors, because when our daughter was very, very young, I don't even know, she was a year. She was sick and she had like diarrhea and she wasn't like drinking, right?
Yeah.
And they were telling us to syringe feed her like milk and shit. We're just like, there's no way in hell she's gonna get enough,
right?
And like we ended up taking her to like the ER, and they're like, yeah, she's severely dehydrated. We're like, yeah, we fucking know, and like they had to give her like, and she
IV fluids and
stuff. Like she was, dude. I don't think she was here yet. Ever since that, I was like, I don't trust doctor. This lady really sent, because took her in and she sent us home saying, oh yeah, she's fine, just syringe feed her.
I always say, man, you gotta trust your gut and get a different opinion, because sometimes like some doctors are just so dismissive.
Especially the like general practice doctors. Those are like the C student doctors, you know? Like, I couldn't specialize in anything, bro.
It is very much like, nah, trust your gut, man. Get a different opinion, because a lot of times, man, there's so many, especially on TikTok. It's all over TikTok. Of people are like, there's a trend right now of people are like, oh, it's only gas, go home. And then the next slide is their funeral. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man, there's a lot of those. That's a trend right now of like stuff like that. And I'm just like, it just stresses me out. I'm like, I don't need this on my timeline, dude.
Yeah, for real.
They're like, oh, it's just bad gas. Oh, it's just, I don't know, a kidney stone or something. And then the next slide, dead. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't know. I get random chest pain sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, is that the one?
Okay, no, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Not the one.
There is definitely like other symptoms I look for. I feel like with my kids, especially like Anaí she had a sore throat like all week, but she was fine. She was eating fine, sleeping fine. But she could not speak. She was like she was like that, right? Like, mommy, right? And I was like, this sounds horrible, but she has no fever. She's eating, she's sleeping. I'm like, man, it doesn't seem like it might just pass, right?
Yeah.
After like the 3rd day, I was like, nah, take her to the urgent care. Maybe she could have an ear infection or something. And yeah, it was that, but she never got a fever from it. You know what I mean? Like the doctors were like, nah, this if it would lasted this long, it could have developed into like a more serious. Yeah. So there's a couple of things I look for, like especially like a fever, or if it just won't go away.
Yeah. Fever is always my go-to. It's like, there's anything wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, is there a fever? Nah,
Right.
you're probably good.
It's
You're probably
more
good.
likely that,
Yeah.
But if I'm going to the ER, if I'm never the ER, if I'm going to the urgent care,
Yeah.
then it's because like for me it's like real serious.
Yeah.
And I do feel like a lot of people just go just to go.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
mean, dude, fucking look at me. I fell downstairs and in my state, I was still like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
Like I would not have called an ambulance, you know?
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to call an ambulance.
Yeah.
So like the day I tell Sassy call an ambulance,
You know
she's
it's
probably
real.
gonna lose her shit.
Yeah.
Like she is probably gonna, because I never got this finger. Remember I told you I broke my finger?
Mhm.
I never got it checked out. The nail's growing back fine, by the way. I didn't remember. Is this one? It still hurts. I'll ding something and it fucking sharp ass pain. But I'll never go to the doctor unless I'm dying, dude.
Yeah,
like
man.
so the day I say call the ambulance, says she's probably gonna. She's probably gonna have a heart attack because she's like, oh my god,
It's that
this
bad.
Is serious. Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of crazy, but nah. My face swelled up. I was looking crazy. I called out from work and being in this hot ass weather, dude. Like it's been fucking 100 degrees
it's
all
been
goddamn
hot-ish
week.
shit, bro.
So that shit's not helping. I'm just sweating, itching, and it's been
Sounds
rough.
miserable.
And I can just. It's not like I can't go to work. Like I'm at a PTO, so I have to go to work, and my fucking arms are killing me. It's annoying. It's so dumb. Everybody's staring at me like a goddamn leper.
If it makes you feel any better, I was also working from home, obviously, but like my face all hinchado and everything, and I'm just like,
turn your camera on, and I'm like, actually,
I don't know if y'all want to see that.
You got fucking TikTok
For real.
filters on your face.
Have like the what is it, the Phantom of the Opera mask on, yeah.
They're like, Christian, can you turn off the filters? Like, I don't have a filter.
I don't have a filter. Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that does suck, man. Being hurt and having to work. Right?
But you know, America, bro.
Yeah, man.
Work
keep
to the
doing what
day
you're
you
doing.
die.
And now that she's staying home, I don't have a choice. I can't even just be like, we'll be all right. No, we're not gonna be all right. I need this paycheck. But I get PTO this weekend, so you know what I'm doing. What were you doing when you were out? While you were
fucking dying?
relaxing? Yeah, while you were not dying.
I mean, last week we went to South Carolina to Hilton Head, which it was my first time. It was nice, I guess, for what it was for South Carolina. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of.
Yeah, it was a short drive, so
Okay,
it was
not bad.
It was like 4 hours. No, but it was good. It was so expensive.
Oh, really?
Like everything was so expensive. The only thing I got cheap was on our way back, we stopped at a bagel place. They had day old bagels for 50 cents. I was like, oh, 50 cents, you say.
Really?
And I love me a good bagel, bro.
Really?
You know me.
I didn't grow up on bagels, man.
Yeah, because you grew up in the South.
Yeah, I grew up. Well, I'm also Mexican. Like that's not even not even on our
radar.
No,
Like,
we eat
these-
pan bolillos. You know what I mean? Like we don't eat bagels.
That's
What the fuck is a
crazy,
bagel?
bro. I'm a bagel man.
Yeah.
Bro. Like it's a good bagel,
Ah,
bacon, egg, and
dude.
cheese. Woo!
We eat tortas, bagels.
I didn't have a torta
Bolillos.
till I was already a man.
Really?
Wow, I was like a
yeah.
yeah.
I was a man in the military's eyes.
It was in high school. My buddy, his parents ran a restaurant,
Oh, okay.
and one day he was like, "Oh, you want a torta?" And I was
the fuck
torta.
is a torta?
yeah, he's like a sandwich with beans in it, and I'm like, I mean, it's a sandwich, I ain't gonna turn down free food now, bro.
Yeah.
And like, I just remember eating it. I was like, I don't know, you know, in the movies where like galaxy passes by, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Why have I never had this before?
Dude. I mean, I guess you could. What do they have up north, man? That's similar, like
Chopped cheese.
chopped cheese. I didn't want to say chopped cheese. But I was like, chopped cheese.
Yeah.
It's a different flavor chopped cheese, man.
I mean, I
Not
guess.
as big, I guess. Smaller.
But the
Chopped cheese.
decorations as well.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like a tripleta.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would argue a tripleta is a kind of torta, right?
I wouldn't disagree. I didn't have another. This is just a sandwich podcast, bro. Another Puerto Rican sandwich I didn't have. Barito, which is like I didn't know it existed. So
Jibarito?
until I went to Chicago. So
sounds like an ice cream.
it sounds like a jarrito, which is the soda.
Okay.
But no, it's jibarito. I'm pretty sure it's a state thing because I don't think they have it on the island. I could be wrong. I'm not super Puerto Rican. I had it in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So it's essentially, but in what's the park? I think it's Inman Park. I don't know. It's the side of Chicago where all the Puerto Ricans are. Out of a food truck. It was delicious. but it's like plantain, like plátano, mushed down as the bread, then like steak, lettuce, and like all the good stuff, and then another piece of plátano.
Right.
Sounds crazy. When I tell you that shit was good as hell.
That sounds keto as fuck, bro. Plantains are probably not even keto.
I don't think they are, but it's funny.
They feel
yeah.
keto. Yeah.
It's like a sandwich made out of tostones, bro. I was just like,
that sounds insane.
Genius.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't know who was high as hell and like
somebody must have been some Scooby Doo level high,
yeah, I'm
bro.
saying,
Make that kind of sandwich, yeah.
But yo, it hit. I ain't gonna lie.
Dang, that's cool, man. Nah, I don't know, dude. I get so scared with sandwiches, man. I feel like
really.
I don't want to order something I don't like. You know what I mean?
I'm a sandwich connoisseur, bro.
I would like to try something new. I mean, when I first tried the chicken teriyaki sub at Subway, I was like, you know what? I think I need to broaden my horizons.
Broaden your horizons, yeah.
What have I been missing? I used to always get the fucking meatball marinara with cheese, which is good.
Meatball marinara,
but I mean, it's just something different, man. I don't know, you know?
I love me.
It's scary.
Adi like makes fun of me because she's like, oh, you like your sandwich? I'm like, it's the perfect food, bro. It has your protein, your carbs, everything's in there.
It's a perfect
handheld
food triangle. What is that?
The food pyramid.
The macro pyramid. Yeah.
It's handheld, like it's the perfect food.
That's true. And it's on the go. You never know.
Saying.
Fucking aliens invade. Wrap it up.
A sandwich,
take
bro.
it to go.
Yeah, put a piece of aluminum foil. You good?
I mean, anything can be a sandwich, man. Like literally, like.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, I don't want to do this. I think if it's one piece of bread, no. right? Then
what's an open face sandwich?
What the hell is that?
You know, a sandwich without a top.
Oh, like a sandwich without a top.
Yeah, it's just the bottom bun. It's supposed to be like lower carb. It's called the open face sandwich.
I've never heard of that.
Definitely a thing.
I'm sure it is. I've just never heard of it. So, I don't know. I was thinking of like a Philly cheese or something like that. Like,
why would a Philly cheese only have one piece of bread?
It is just one bun, right? Isn't it like they just cut it? They cut one open.
Well, yeah, I guess it is. It's a hoagie roll. You just cut it in half. Yeah. But then the hot dog's the same thing.
Right. It's not a sandwich.
But so is a Philly not a sandwich?
I guess not. It's a hot dog. Philly's a meat hot dog.
You heard it here first. It's a deconstructed hot dog.
yeah. It's a gourmet hot dog.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Yeah. I
don't know.
Full beef and cheese.
Have you ever had an authentic Philly, bro?
No, I have not, dude.
Oh, have you not really?
No. I mean, well, besides,
have you ever been up north?
Here, bro, the furthest north I've been is Tennessee.
That's nuts, bro.
And for me, that's the north. That's like, man, these New Yorkers, these Northerners are mean as fuck. But it turns out they're just mean because they're racist. not because they're from New York.
You can tell a true Northerner if they just hate you in general.
Reason,
like they hate everybody. If they hate you for your color or like where you're from, that's a Southerner.
Right,
you know? If you just hate everybody, you're a Northerner.
Nah. Yeah, I've met a lot of great Northerners down here, man.
Yeah.
Especially where I work. There's a few.
Really?
And everybody's like, nah, he's not an asshole. He's just from up north. He's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But nah, I've never been up north, dude. I'm telling you. I need to go. I do want to make a trip. I want to visit Chicago. I want to visit New York. Although I feel like I never have a reason to.
Yeah.
I feel like if I do, it would be cool to be like, oh, there's a concert I want to go to.
That's fair.
Someone's coming. Like, I tried to buy Mac DeMarco tickets. He's coming. And I think his closest show was like in Tennessee or something like that. And I told Sassy, we're broke, but I might do it.
Yeah.
But then he released the show here for next year and sold out immediately. But he picked the tiniest fucking venue. I've never even heard of this venue. It probably holds like 100 people.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, why the fuck, bro? Really? Like, the tickets are like $300 now. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay to see.
Dude, I refuse. Like, Adi wanted to go see Coldplay. Yeah. Apparently, it's their last tour, and just her saying that, I was just like, I already know. Like, these tickets are gonna be expensive.
What? It's their last tour?
It's their last tour.
Wow.
But I was like,
they had a good run,
bro.
Yeah.
If it's over like 200, I'm like, I don't want to see him that bad.
You paid to see Brad Bunny though.
Yeah, those tickets were like $2 something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got them pre-sale. No?
Yeah, I got them on pre-sale too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I didn't even get to go because of the whole Ceci thing. And she's like, nah, it's my sister's birthday. I was like, all right, cool. And then I think I told the story, right?
I feel like you did.
Her goddaughter wanted to go, so she gave her the tickets, but then she didn't have anyone to go to, so she went with her. And I'm just like,
I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
I should have just fucking what the fuck? I wanted to go. That's why I bought them.
That's fucked, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like,
Life of a father.
Hold on. I was like, you didn't want to go with me. You could have just told me. Like, what is going on here? Yeah, I don't know. And I just have to let it go, you know?
Yeah, you just gotta take it to the chin.
I
Yeah,
don't be the bad guy if I say something.
you're just sitting by yourself in the dark,
Right.
watching like her Instagram stories, like
right, living vicariously through her Instagram posts. But I do want to see. Yeah, I don't know. The last concert I saw was Tom York, I think, and downtown the Fox Theater. And since he fell asleep through it, I was having such a great time, right? I'm like, I
look over, isn't this great?
This is
She's
the best
just
thing
knocked
ever.
out.
And she's passed out. And it is such a funny, his music is not, I wouldn't say it's like public music you would listen to. Like, it is very much like you're by yourself. You know, I enjoy it like that. And it's so weird to see like really high, like dreaded white people like dancing in the middle of a theater, because it's not even a concert. It's like Fox.
Yeah,
it's like that kind of place, like setting.
That is kind of nuts.
And then the police is like looking at him like, the security guard is like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
I mean, just in Atlanta in general, seeing a white dreaded person, I know they were just like, bro, come on.
Because like, I'm not gonna lie, I love Tom York, but his music is very much, if I could describe it to people, it is that episode of SpongeBob where Mr. Krabs tries to figure out the beep beep boop boop bop that. It's like that, right?
Yeah.
I love it. It hits me in places I don't even know I had. But like, if I were to step out of it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see why people don't like this. You know what I mean? And like for the officer to be like, just hearing the music and seeing these people lose their shit. And says she's asleep. And I'm just like, I don't know. It was funny. I'm glad she went with me, but I think I should have just went
you
by
had
myself.
a good time. Yeah,
I should have just went by myself.
No, that's a wife's job. Not to cater to us, but just make us feel seen.
Just be there.
Yeah.
Right.
I took Adi because I wanted to go see when the Dragon Ball Z movie, the Broly movie dropped. Yeah. I was supposed to go with Adi. Of course, he bailed and bails on everybody. He does all the time. Right. And his thing is always like, oh, you thought I was serious? And I was like, yes, I did. Yeah. But yeah, he bailed on me, and I was kind of bummed. And I was like, I'll go with you. And like, yeah, she had no context. She knew who Goku was. That's it. Right. And like, she didn't know what a fusion was or who Broly was. Oh no. But like, I was just sitting there, look, see that. Right. That wasn't canon before, right? So it's a big deal. Right. Like, that was part of GT,
they're
which wasn't.
It. Yeah.
So I'm sure like it wasn't in the other, but I appreciate her pretending to listen.
Jessie would try. I'll give her that. I mean, if she has no interest, bro, she would just wouldn't. She would try, but you can't get her to like anything. You can't. There's no like getting her to like something she doesn't like. You know what I mean? Which is why I know she loves me. Because like I cannot get her to like look into anything I like or. You know what I mean? Like, she'll be there and try it out or whatever. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. And then walk away or whatever. Fine. That's whatever. But there's just certain moments where I'm just like, it's okay, babe. You don't have to. I'll just go by myself. You don't have to go with me. All right, don't worry about it. But like, when she introduces something to me, I do try very hard. Yeah. Like, she got me into Frieren, right? And it was so funny because she's showing me Frieren. And I'm getting so lost in the dialogue. I honestly, I wouldn't mind making a whole like 10-minute, 15-minute conversation on Frieren.
So good, isn't it?
Because it's really good.
You, like, so much better than solo leveling, but whatever.
We might do that, but we literally like, I'm getting lost in the dialogue, the conversations, the story. Yeah. I'm just like, damn, but I must have like the dumbest dead face reaction to this. Because I'm just like, I'm like, and then like we're watching it, and as we're watching it, she's like, I promise you it gets better. And I'm just like, better? This is amazing. In your head,
you're like, it gets better than this?
No, she's like, please, just keep watching. And I'm just like, dude, this is amazing. I love this. This is so good. And she's just like, it was just so funny seeing her be like, I promise you, this is going to be a good one. Yeah. And I'm like, why? And then, they start fighting. And I'm like, oh, shit.
It's, like, so funny because, like, I feel like we're the inverse of you guys. Right. Oh, where really? I'm very like, oh, like, this is going to be so good. You need to watch it. And, like, Adi put such an effort to, like, watch it or be interested in stuff. And I was always very.
Oh, really?
Like, shit that she liked. I was like, bro, that looks But like, I was in my younger days, I was very bad about it. But now I consciously make an effort of like, yo, don't be an asshole. Like, don't judge it till you watch it. And he's put me onto a lot of stuff where she was like, oh, you should watch it. It's really good. And like, I'll watch it. Like, it's the reason I watch Love on the Spectrum. If it was just me, I would have never watched it.
Right.
And like, I'm watching the season. I'm like, this is amazing. I love this show. This is really good.
Right. This is the best TV. No, I think it's interesting. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like anime and, you know, there's certain things I just get kind of tired of watching. I feel like I love anime, but it is very like, very trendy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of anime that comes out nowadays, and it's very much like, this is very similar to something just came out.
Yeah.
Or they're following like
formulaic,
very tropey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get into Sakamoto Days. I gotta be honest.
It's okay.
I didn't really dig it that much. I felt like it was trying a little too hard. And people keep shitting on the animation, which I thought was all right, but I just felt like it's just very generic. You know what I mean? I just wasn't really falling for it.
I agree. I think there's a lot of animes out there that are like that are very just like, it was okay.
The same stuff.
It's a lazy watch.
The same stuff over and over. Like maybe if you're looking for a comfort watch, they're like, oh, this is very similar to that. Then sure, I can see you liking it. But I'm not the kind of person that rewatches stuff, man. I don't.
Really?
I actually never. I think I've only rewatched a couple movies more than once or twice, dude. I don't.
Easy.
Because I feel like there's so much content out there. Like, there's so many movies.
That's
there's
why.
So many, like.
It's so intimidating. So I go back to my comfort.
True,
you know, I'm like,
I
know I like this.
I'm always looking for, like, what's next, dude? If I could feel that for this, what else am I missing, right?
I guess, yeah.
And I will never live long enough to see everything, right? So I just feel like, man, I don't want to get stuck with just consuming one piece. And One Piece.
One Piece is real!
One Piece, bitch. And Ceci's not like that. Ceci loves comfort. She will rewatch The Office. She will rewatch Naruto. She will rewatch. I'm like, dude, how many? She watched Demon Slayer like 3 times now. And I'm like, how many times are you gonna? Did you already rewatch this? She's like, yeah, but you know. And honestly, it is great to rewatch because there's so much you miss. You know what I mean? And this is why I watch Freerun. And I'm getting these clips now. I saw one dope ass edit. I liked it, and it's over. My TikTok feed is full of rewrite edits, but I see other people reacting to it, and I'm just like, oh shit, I missed that. I didn't realize that was a conversation. Or there's definitely value in rewatching certain things, especially when they put so much emphasis in the dialogue and foreshadowing. And I do feel like, I need to go back and watch some of this stuff. But I don't know, man. I'm just not that. I don't replay games. I don't replay, like, I've never really. I'll beat a game and that's it. I move on.
Games, it depends on the game. Some games I'll replay, but no, I can see what you're saying, but I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm more like Ceci on this. I like rewatching things. I like going back to like comfort things. I don't know. I feel like it takes a lot for me to get.
Yeah.
Obviously, once I'm into it, like I'm locked in. But like it takes a lot for me to be like, oh, let me watch this.
Yeah, thing. It is tough
because it's just like, do I want to like watch this? You know?
It's you take forever. You make dinner, you sit down, you're waiting. Your food's cold by the time you find
exactly. Yeah,
it's frustrating.
Let me just watch The Office. I know this is a good episode. You know,
I'm constantly insert. Like yesterday, I didn't do shit Saturday because Ceci went to this 4th of July thing, which I didn't know she was going to. I would have just went with her. But I was supposed to work on a yard. I'm building a shed, whatever.
Oh, by the way, finish my fence since he called me out about it last week.
His fence.
I got a story on that. We'll get to that, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, I stayed home. I was like, let me see what's on TV, man. Let me see what's on HBO. And I finally watched I don't know if you ever, this is an old ass horror movie, which I gotta be honest, they don't hold up as well, right?
No, they don't.
I saw Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right?
I've never seen it.
Super old, 1970 something. And it's just about like these being from space comes down, lands on plants, from plants to people, and it starts replacing people, right? And people are like, that's not him. That's a fake person. That's not my husband. Okay. And it's just like constantly like everyone's trying to like, and eventually they basically take over the world.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. It was pretty good.
Very Twilight Zone.
It's very, it was kind of. I didn't realize this until someone broke it down. They were talking about The Thing. Have you seen The Thing?
I haven't seen it. I know what it's about in the premise.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. For like a movie that old from the 80s, I think 70s,
they remade
80s,
it though.
They did remake it, but the original is it holds up.
Yeah.
The CG, that's not even CG. It's just practical effects.
Yeah.
Amazing, dude. They win. I mean, phenomenal movie. It's really interesting, and it's not as like slow paced as some of the other movies. Because I do realize that in older movies, they emphasis on the shots are so weird. Like it'll be like a shot of like, let's say us talking, and the camera be in the hallway looking at my foot. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I see what you're doing, but like.
Trying to get artsy on it, yeah.
Right? Like, there's a lot of that, and it's very slow. There's not a lot of music, whatever. I feel like I'm like, man, I feel like you could cut this movie down like half an hour, 45 minutes. But maybe that's just my ADHD, right? Maybe that's just the TikTok.
It's the TikTok brain. You're like, all right, get to it, bro.
Come on, man. Show me the alien tits, bro. Come on, Jesus. But it was actually pretty good. I was actually very impressed. I'm like, damn, this movie's old, but it's cool. And then somebody broke down that these movies were popular back then because of, you know, the Cold War and spies, and people were afraid. They didn't know they could be your neighbors. And stuff. Yeah, and that's what kind of spawned a lot of these movies. And I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. I never thought about that.
That is interesting. Yeah, playing on their psyche and their like fears.
How it's like, it translates to the real world. This is why it's even scarier, because they could be among you. But I don't know. I would have never watched that if I was just kind of like stuck in my ways, you know, trying to watch the same thing. Because I could have just watched something I always watch, you know. So I do try to branch out, even though it has failed more times than not.
Yeah. Oh man, like I get it. There's a lot of content out there, but it's too intimidating. It's scary. It is. You know, it's too much, and then so much of it's basura, man.
And your time is limited, right?
Exactly.
You're afraid of like wasting time.
Wasting time on something I didn't enjoy. Yeah. But sometimes, you know, you find some gold in the like yesterday I watched with her daughter demon hunting K-pop stars.
The K-pop, the Netflix show.
Yeah. It was a movie, but
it was a movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. That's the reason I watched it. I was like, worst case scenario, lose 2 hours. Yeah. Wasn't bad.
Oh no,
I mean it wasn't great, but I was like, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of random ass movies with Emiliano that are like kids movies. I'm like, who made this?
Yeah.
I saw the one where it was like that robot
Wild Robot.
No, not Wild Robot. I think this was older. I don't think it's American. I think it originates somewhere else. Where it's like a robot, a little girl, it escapes. He finds a little girl. They become friends, and then he has to like delete his memory every other day because he's running out of space because he broke out of wherever he was. Right. So basically, like. He keeps deleting everything, but he won't delete her. He doesn't want to forget her.
That's sad.
And it's such a crazy movie because they're like cursing half the time, but they just bleep it out. And I'm just like,
that's nuts.
This is a kids movie?
That has to be French. That sounds French, like, bro. Like
this can't be American. Yeah. Right. It was weird. And then she hated robots. So they would go around murdering little robots.
Yeah.
Like that were, I don't know. I don't think they were sentient, but they were just little helper bots. Like your toaster had a smile on it. They blow it up. They would destroy mailboxes that were like AI. Right. Like, I mean, she hated robots. So they would go around blowing up these little cute ass robots. And I was just like, I don't know if Emiliano should be watching it, especially Emiliano, dude. Like, he's gonna see your
PlayStation take a golf club to it.
I'm just like, he's gonna be like whacking bunnies or something. And I'm like, nah, he don't need this. But it was surprisingly pretty good. It's kind of like Iron Giant vibes at the end. It was pretty good. Yeah.
All right.
It was just weird. I don't know. I'm like, who the fuck made this? Who is this for, bro? This is weird. I don't know.
There's a lot of movies where I'm just like, what? Like, what is? Why?
Who was the?
Yeah, whose brainchild was this? I'm pretty sure at least some of them are made by AI. Huh?
Nowadays, it's of course. I think half scripts are probably, you know, I don't know, and you can see it, man. Some of this shit's so like, y'all talking about, bro.
Yeah, for real. Like, what is the message of this movie, yo?
Right. Yeah, it's soulless, man. Yeah, I don't know.
What are we gonna do? You know, one day we'll all be replaced with AI. We'll be working in the coal mines or something.
Right, in the lithium mines.
Yeah, the lithium mines, bro. It'll be like
silicon mines.
What is that name? Snowpiercer.
I never watched it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it wasn't great, but it was good. You know,
that's the one when they're on a train, right?
Yeah, like on a train. Someone
said that like the theory behind that movie is that it's like a sequel to Willy Wonka.
Hell?
Yeah.
Bro?
Yeah, for real.
How?
I'm gonna look it up because for real, we don't have Julie's guys, so I can't.
How does that transition?
But it ties. Apparently, there's like hints everywhere throughout the movie and that is
A post Wonka
and
world.
Willy Wonka, yeah. And Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Wilford, the inventor of the train, is Charlie in the future, and the train demonstrates many parallels to the Chocolate Factory. Innovations in the food technology, the letter W everywhere, the need for small people to operate, use of fear and chaos. I don't know. There's a whole video of it on YouTube.
I guess, but that just sounds like capitalism, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Well, I guess that was
Yeah, like I guess.
Right. It's just the borrowing from the idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I always
wild
thought
if it is, bro.
I never watched it, and I was like,
damn,
I guess
Wonka.
this is a sequel.
If you watch it, you would be in the same boat.
Right.
Like, what the hell? Like, Jesus.
It's just like children, right? Like they need the children or something like that.
They need children for like small parts, but there's
Right.
adults on the train. Like,
Okay, yeah.
Like the main character is Captain America.
Yeah, Chris Evans, right?
Chris Evans, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a good movie though.
Yeah.
it was a good.
It's on a
watch.
train though.
It was on a train, yes.
The whole time.
Yeah, and like the outside world is like frozen over or something.
Yeah. Mm.
It was, I didn't know anything about it. I think it might have been a book.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I just saw it and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Chris Evans in it. I'll watch it. And yeah, surprisingly, it was
Yeah.
pretty good. But yeah. But shifting away from like culture, media, more about my personal life again. Because you mentioned my fence. We finished it. Thanks. But someone called the county on me, bro.
No.
Or the city.
Yeah.
Like, and I had to get a permit.
Yeah.
And like, when I tell you I was arguing with this dude,
Yeah.
like, I'm using the same fence post.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
extending the fence.
Yeah.
Like I'm just replacing panels.
Yeah.
And like, it sounded to me like they were just trying to,
Mhm.
like, he was like, oh, there's land. So I was like, so what's the threshold here? Like, at what
Right.
point is it I'm making a new fence? He was like, so you're telling me if a storm knocks down a panel of my fence, I have to get another permit. And he's
Right.
like, well, there's certain language in there that says like you wouldn't have to do that. I'm like, so what's the threshold?
Right.
What is the
Where
threshold
does
of
it
when I
stop?
do and don't need one?
Right.
And he's like, well, it's just your fence particular is gonna need a permit. And I'm like, you're not really answering the question there, boss. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, one of my neighbors called the city on me because the undone part of the fence was facing the cul-de-sac. Like, you can't see it
Yeah.
from the street. So like, you're telling me the city drove into our neighborhood into the cul-de-sac and was
Yeah.
like, oh, that fence isn't done.
Right.
know?
No, somebody reported it.
Yeah,
Somebody probably got mad that it wasn't done. And they were like,
110%.
"Fuck
I
these
know
guys."
who it is.
They're trying to Theseus ship you.
Yeah, the ship of Theseus. Yeah.
If you replace it,
if you replace it, is it really the original fence? Like, are you in goddamn like 101 philosophy on me? Like, you son of a bitch.
Fuck you, buddy. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, that's like, yeah. And whenever you do something, you have to do it like in a day or two.
Oh, stupid.
Because if they call them out and like you're still working on it, if it's already built, I don't think. I mean, they might fine you, but
Dude,
you
the
don't have to
only
get a
part that
permit,
they
yeah.
like got was the last two panels.
Yeah.
I just had to put up the gate.
Yeah.
And they like, I was just like,
They were
are
so
you
mad about it,
serious right
yeah.
now?
I mean, you also where you live, bro. I think, right? You got HOAs and all that, and they can be kind of. They probably called. They're fucking assholes.
I know who it was.
Yeah.
And
He's like, I'm not giving you nothing. You come for Halloween.
I had a
Your kid ain't getting shit for Halloween.
well, no, I got my get back, bro.
Oh
Because
no.
his fence was damaged during the storm.
Mm.
And I called the HOA.
No, really.
And then I was like, can y'all tell him something?
Yeah.
So sure enough, when my
Could've been
permit,
eyesore.
when legit the word I used,
Yeah.
when I was working on my fence, when the permit finally got cleared, was out there working on his fence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
everything inside me to not call the
Right.
city and be like, yo, you got a permit for that?
Yeah,
dog?
permit.
Yo, I want, and Adi
I
was like,
respect that.
Adi was like, you're going too far. Like,
I
relax.
don't know. I think that's a sign of growth,
Right?
Christian. Congratulations.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like,
the Christian I
ooh.
knew would have called. He would have took pictures and emailed it.
I'm saying,
just
though.
in case he finishes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Permit, bro.
How much is the permit? Is it a lot?
$50?
Well, I mean that sucks.
It wasn't the money. It was the amount of fucking
But
shit I
what
had
do
to
they
do.
need if you're not adding to it? What is a permit for?
I had to go to the city to get like a copy of my land plot and show where the
Oh.
fence is gonna be, and like I had to fill out like 4 different forms. I had to get permission from the HOA. Like it was so much. And like I had on this like diagram of the plot, I had to draw where the fence was going to be. I literally just like drew in like a Sharpie in the square and I put exactly where the other fence was and all the paperwork. I was just being such an ass. I was like, I am making absolutely no changes to the fence. Yeah. I'm replacing panels.
Just replacing panels.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, bro. I was livid. Again, if you would have just said, hey, you got to pay $150. All right, that sucks. I'm mad, whatever. It was the paperwork and the amount of time. I was like,
right.
Assholes, man.
That's why I'm kind of like, I'm kind of hoping. I don't think my neighbors. They don't have an HOA, which is very obvious if you drive into my neighborhood that there is no HOA. But I mean, there's a shed behind me. His fucking shed is probably the size of my house. Like that shit is massive, right? And I'm just like. I know he ain't get no permits for that shit because he just put this siding on that like last year, right? And I'm glad he actually went all the way around because some assholes would just leave the side that he can't see with no panels.
With no panels.
But he actually covered them up, so I thought that was cool. But I'm kind of like, I'm not going to get permits for this shit. I'm hoping nobody gives a shit. I'm hoping my neighbor doesn't care. I don't think she would, man. I know the neighbors behind me, they didn't give a shit either when they put their fence up.
9 out of 10, people don't give a fuck.
Nah, but it is definitely like, I mean, I've had like, a neighbor call on me for parking on the grass, which
on your grass,
on my own grass, yeah. And they were like, they gave us a warning. They were like, no, you have to have like, you can't drive on the grass or park on the. You have to have pavement or
what is land ownership for anymore? You know, like what are you telling me? I can't park on my own grass, bro.
So I don't even know. I think it's because when we first moved in, a lot of people were doing it to park, and I kept telling them, bro, get the fuck off my grass, but. For me personally, like you're gonna ruin they were like fucking Fogo de Chao and that shit around my front porch. I was like, no man, park on the street. But the neighbors called I don't know. It's so dumb. It's like you didn't drive by and see that shit, man.
Yeah,
like, somebody has to call. Yeah. So I'm hoping, and my house needs a lot of work because it's such an old ass house, but
the bones.
I'm planning on it. Fuck, I hope so. I don't know. It's like it was built like in the 60s, I think 67, I think 77.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to like I want to do a lot of work to it.
Might be some asbestos, but it's good.
I mean, just don't breathe.
Yeah, don't breathe.
Just don't
take
breathe
deep
when you're
breaths.
inside. Yeah. It's painted over lead.
Yeah.
No problem.
Good. It's good.
But there's a lot of work I want to do to it. I'm hoping nobody gives me shit. Like that fence, the gate needs to be replaced. And I don't want to deal with permits. Mostly because I don't want you to tell me what I can or can't do in my house.
Damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's my house.
Get a permit, they tell you not.
Well, really, it's the bank's house, but I'm paying them, not you. You know?
Exactly. So, fuck them. This is where you become real hardcore libertarian right now.
Yeah, for real, right?
Yeah. Where does it stop?
Where do y'all draw the line
individual rights begin? Yeah. All right, guys. I guess we're gonna call it here. I'm sorry that last bit got kind of papai.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I think you should cut that out personally because that was a lot of Home Depot talk. That was more for us to catch up.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, man.
Always
if you guys
a pleasure.
Enjoy it. Please follow us.
Like, subscribe, comment. Tell us how much you missed us. Or just me, really. I need that. I need that affirmation. Never got it from my parents as a kid, so it means the world to me.
There we go.
You know, just say, hey, Christian, I'm glad you're doing okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me too. Even though I'm okay, but
he just had a rash. Almost died, right? He'll be all right.
Yeah.
But no, thank you guys for liking, putting up with the wait, and all that good stuff. And anything else you'd like to add?
Nah, dude. I love y'all, guys. Appreciate it.
Love y'all. Peace out.
Ugh.